Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl and this is Your Journey Yoga. I'm going to share with you a Zoom class that I did earlier this morning, an hour long. I hope you love it. It's a full body stretch. It's just a fantastic way to get your day started, to really energize yourself during the day, or just a wonderful way to end the day, to get rid of the stresses of the day. So I hope you find that. I hope you love it. I hope it's everything you're looking for. Take care of yourself. Be well. And let's find that seated position that feels good to you and just sit up nice and tall. Maybe a smile on your face. If it's too soon for that, it's okay. Roll those shoulders up and back and just let your shoulders slide down and away. Close your eyes. Do that shoulder roll again twice more. Just at your own pace. Just make it as big and beautiful as you can. Letting go of tension, tightness. As you let those shoulders slide down and away, eyes are closed. Let's turn the palms to face the sky. Draping the wrists over the knees. You're welcome to bring your index finger and thumb to touch, or just find a comfortable hand position. And we take in big, full deep breaths. Allowing the belly to be soft, the lungs to fill, the mind to quiet. Pull the hands to heart center. Shifting that right hand just slightly in front of the left, and we're going to interlace the fingers. Right thumb underneath the left thumb. And just gently pull the hands into heart center. Linga Mudra. Gratitude and love. Take a moment and think of one thing that you are super grateful for today. A heart full of gratitude holds on to joy and happiness a whole lot easier. Helps to make each day just a little bit better. Gratitude helps the heart to heal, to stay open, to giving and receiving loving. And let's pull those hands up to the third eye, just to the center of the forehead, and just gently rest that left thumb, mid-knuckle, just right against that third eye. And as those thoughts of gratitude are in our minds and in our hearts, feel the lightness throughout the rest of your body. The gifts of today, the gifts within us, and the gifts around us. Honor them and celebrate. And gently pull those hands back down to heart center. Go ahead and extend those fingers, bringing the hands to touch. Inhale, reach to the sky. Open those beautiful eyes. Turn your palms to face front. Spread your fingers wide and exhale. Cactus arms, pull them down. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, pull. Opening up that chest. Waking up your back. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, turn to the right. Place that left hand to the top of your thigh. Right hand behind you. Sit up as tall as you can sit. Deepen that rotation as you turn and take your gaze out over your right shoulder. Left shoulder presses down and away. And a little tuck of your chin towards that right collarbone. Inhale, reach to the sky, turn back to face front. And as you exhale, we turn to the left, right hand to the top of the thigh, left hand behind you, sit up as tall as you can sit. And then turn and take your gaze out over that back shoulder. Right shoulder gently presses down and away. Little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. Just a really nice stretch to the side, to the neck, the shoulder. Inhale, reach to the sky, turn back to face front. And as you exhale, release that right hand down, left arm up and over, keeping that left sit bone glued to the earth. Long stretch through that side body. A little push with that right hand as you lift the left side of your rib cage. And inhale, reach to the sky. Both arms come up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up and over. Oh, gluing that right sit bone towards the earth. A little push with that left hand, lifting the right side of the rib cage. And just breathe. Inhale, reach to the sky. Both arms come up. And as you exhale, release your hands down by your sides. And let's switch. So the other leg is in front. Pressing those palms down, sitting up nice and tall. As you exhale, release your chin towards the chest. Exhaling and rolling the head to the right. Right ear over the right shoulder. Lift that right shoulder towards your ear. Roll it towards the back and then press your right palm down towards the ground. And now press that left palm down towards the ground. Nice stretch to that left side of the neck. Opening up the ear canal. Letting go of tension and tightness. As you exhale, release your chin down towards the chest. A good shoulder roll up and back. And let your shoulders slide down and away. Press your palms towards the earth. Keeping that length in the spine. With that little tuck of the chin. And as you exhale, roll your head to the left. Left ear over the left shoulder. Noticing if one side's a little looser, a little tighter than the other. We lift that left shoulder towards the ear, roll it towards the back, and then press left palm towards the ground. And now your right palm, press it down towards the ground. And breathe. As you exhale, release your chin towards the chest, allowing that head to be heavy, rolling those shoulders up and back, and shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Inhale, reach to the sky, and as you exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward, releasing the weight of the upper body down. Just hold. Let your head be heavy. Find your breath. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips. Big circle of those arms up and overhead. Let's rock it back to boat. Remember what leg was in front. We hold boat for just a moment. Breathe. Bringing the knees to touch and flex your feet. Now we're going to cross so the other leg is in front and come forward once again. Reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward. Release your hands. Relax the weight of your head. Just checking in through that lower back, through the hips. Letting that breath be slow and steady. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips. Big circle of those arms up and overhead. And gently release your arms down by your sides. Let's turn and come up onto all fours to tabletop. Hands are shoulder width apart. Knees are hip width, core is strong. We're going to shift our weight to our left hand. Right hand comes to the back of the head. We're going to rotate it open and looking up towards the sky. As you exhale, close it down, elbow to that left thumb. Inhale, open it up. And exhale, elbow to thumb. We're going to do that 2 more times. Open it up. And elbow to thumb. 1 more time. Inhale, open it up. And exhale, elbow to thumb. This time as you open it up, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, pass that right hand through. Between that left arm and the left leg. Shoulder to the mat. Side of the head to the mat. Reaching those left fingertips towards the top of the mat. Arm right along the side of your face. Breathe. Now you can stay right here or circle that left arm up and around, forearm behind you, right along the small of your back. If you can find that right thigh, hold on to it. Otherwise, just tuck that arm as tightly against you as you can. And then use that anchor to help rotate that left shoulder back just a little bit more. Working to stack the shoulders, getting a deeper rotation, more stretch behind that right shoulder through that upper back. We once again extend that left arm to the sky. Slowly release your hand down right by your face. Press yourself back up to tabletop. Center your weight. And then shift your weight to your right hand. Left hand comes behind your head. Inhale, roll it open, reach that left elbow to the sky. And then exhale, elbow to the right thumb. Inhale, roll it open. And exhale, elbow to thumb. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, elbow to thumb. One more time. Inhale, open. And exhale to thumb. Inhale, rotate it open, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, sweep that left hand through between the right arm and the right leg. Shoulder to the mat, side of the head to the mat. And we're going to extend that right arm up and overhead. Arm right along the side of the face. Close your eyes. What do you notice? What do you feel? And again, you can stay right here, or if you like, lifting that right arm up and around behind, forearm along the small of the back. Again, if you're able to find that left thigh, hold on to it. Otherwise, just tuck that the back of the hand against the back of the body, anchor it, and use that anchor to help rotate right shoulder back just a little bit more. Find your breath. Eyes can be open or closed. Inhale, extending that right arm to the sky. And exhale, releasing that right hand down right by your face, pressing yourself back up to tabletop. We press those sit bones back towards the heels and walk the hands forward towards the top of the mat to child's pose. Checking in. Wonderful place to just allow the body weight to be heavy and to sink into the stretch, and just notice what you feel and where. Always a great place to come back to anytime you like. Let's bring the forearms to the mat. Bring the palms of the hands to touch. Spread your fingers wide and the outside edge of your pinky just gently resting against the earth. Let's lift the forehead, tuck the toes, press and lift your hips to the sky. Coming up to Dolphin. Elbows are shoulder width apart. Feeling that nice stretch down the backs of the legs. Head's heavy. Soften your face. Let's bend that right knee, left heel presses towards the mat. A deeper stretch down the back of that left leg. Dolphin is a great alternative to your downward facing dog if your wrists bother you. Switching sides, left knee bends, right heel presses towards the mat. Let's do that once again. Switch, right knee bends, left heel down. And one more time, left knee bends, right heel down. And allow both heels to just gently sink. As you inhale, we transition some body weight forward, bringing your nose to your thumbs. And then as you exhale, press it back to your dolphin. Inhale, coming forward, nose to thumbs. And exhale, press it back. Inhale forward, nose to thumbs. And exhale, press it back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, coming forward. And exhale, press it back. Hold here. As you exhale, release your knees to the mat. Extend one arm out and then the other. Hands are shoulder width apart. Press and lift your hips to the sky. Our downward facing dog. Pressing through the palms of the hands to guide our weight back towards our heels. Always working to get that nice long diagonal line from our fingertips up to our sit bones. So getting the bend out of the wrists as much as we can. If you feel like you're pressing really hard into the heels of your hands, a little press into the fingertips and the palm of the hand to guide that weight back. Taking the gaze between your hands, let's walk it forward to forward fold. Soft bend in the knees, upper body heavy, arms are long. Soften your face. A little shift of your weight forward into your toes.
And then to the backs, to the heels. Maybe lift your toes. Feel that nice little stretch as you lift those toes through the arch of your foot. Shifting the weight forward. Heels remain in contact with the mat, but the majority of your weight is forward. And then take it back. Maybe lift those toes. Spread them. And then gently center your weight and roll it up. Ragdoll on your way. All the way back up nice and tall. Stacking each and every vertebra. As you rise with a big shoulder roll, take it up and back. And let those shoulders slide down and away. Do that again. Big shoulder roll. And shoulders slide down and away. Give those arms a little shake. Just a couple. And then let your arms just hang heavily by your sides. Roll those shoulders up and back, palms open to the front. Inhale, reach to the sky. Interlace your fingers at the top, all with the index finger and thumb. And exhale, little arch back. Nothing crazy. Just a nice little stretch through the belly. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Pull the hands to heart center, sit to chair. Now our feet are parallel, so our knees are not touching either. You can come as deeply into chair as feels right to you. Inhale, we rise, reach to the sky, and exhale, arch it back. We're going to do 3 of these total, so 2 more. Inhale up nice and tall, and exhale, sit to chair. As deeply into chair as you wish. Be mindful of those knees, don't let them knock in. Inhale, reach, and exhale, arch it back. Inhale it up tall, and exhale, sit to chair. Waken up those quadriceps. Inhale, reach to the sky, and exhale, arch it back. Inhale it up tall. Pull the hands to heart center. Rock back to your heels. Bring your big toes to touch. And once again, sit it to chair. Now those knees are touching. Just gently. Big toes are touching. Gently. Let's extend those arms out in front to shoulder height. Circle the arms down towards the ground. Big circle all the way up tall. You're welcome to keep those hands overhead or pull it back to heart center. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, sink. Inhale, rise. And as you exhale, hinge it forward to airplane. Arms sweep back to flight. Palms facing the ground. Shoulders are rolled back. Arms just a little bit higher than your hips. Making sure we're not hyperextending through the knees. Staying strong through that belly. Let's open those arms out to a T. And slowly shift some weight forward as you lift your heels. You don't have to lift the heels. Just a little shift of the weight forward is fine. And then gently release the heels back down. Center your weight. Sweep those arms back to flight. Turn your palms to the sky. Spread your fingers, roll those shoulders back. Sweep the hands down by the knees, sit it back to chair, hands to heart center. Inhale and rise. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step or hop to high plank, toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. We inhale it to high plank. And exhale it back to down dog. Inhale it to high plank. And exhale it to down dog. One more time. Inhale it to high plank. And exhale it to down dog. Shift your weight to your left foot. Right toes to the sky. Go ahead and open up those hips. And feel that long stretch down the back of that left leg. As you exhale, sweep that right foot through. Left hand to the inside of the right foot. Rotate your body and extend. Right arm to the sky. Reach it up. High as you can reach. Core is strong. We keep our rotation. A little push off with that left hand. And we rise. Arms open out to a T. Spread your fingers wide. And breathe. Inhale, turn back to face front. Arms come overhead.
to our crescent lunge. If you'd like to bring that back knee down, yep, you sure can. Circle those arms forward, around behind, all the way up tall. And exhale, flow forward. Hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. Holding your down dog, or inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. We inhale it to high plank. Exhale it back to down dog. 2 more times just like that. Inhaling it to plank. Exhale it to down dog. Once more. Inhale it to plank. And exhale it to down dog. Shifting your weight to your right foot. Left toes to the sky. Go ahead and open up those hips. As that right heel works towards the ground, feel that great stretch down the back of that right leg. As you exhale, sweep that left foot through. Right hand to the inside of the left foot. Rotate and reach. Left arm to the sky. Reach it up. High as you can reach. Rotating through the torso, stacking the shoulders, stacking the arms. Keeping that rotation core as strong, we slowly rise. Revolve crescent. Spread your fingers wide and reach. Find your breath. Inhale, turning back to face front. Arms traveling overhead to our crescent lunge. Breathe. Circle those arms forward, around behind, all the way up tall. And flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend. Left leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. Inhaling it to high plank. Hold your plank. If you wish, shift your weight to your left foot. Right knee pulls in towards your right elbow. If you like, bend the elbows. You can even extend that right leg. Bend the right knee and rise, pressing it back. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left knee pulls in. If you like, bend the elbows. You're even welcome to extend that left leg. Bending that left knee, we rise and step it back. Lift your hips to down dog. That was a lot of work. And alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Breathe. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Taking a gaze between your hands, walk your feet in to forward fold. Holding that forward fold. Bringing the hands to the elbows, holding on. And just gently swaying side to side. Good deep breaths, great stretch on the backs of the legs. Just a free, sweet sway, letting go of tension and tightness. Coming back to center, release your arms. And again, ragdoll your way up. At the top, that big shoulder roll. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll those shoulders and extend those arms. Just feeling that openness through the chest. Nice stretch through the shoulders. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, arch it back. Reach your knuckles towards the ground. Gaze towards the sky. And breathe. Inhaling it up nice and tall. And as you exhale, lift your arms. Doing your best to keep the rib cage from popping open. Staying strong through your glutes, strong through your core. And just lift those arms, activating all the muscles down the back of the body. And slowly release it down. Release your hands, big shoulder roll up and back. And let those shoulders slide down and away. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold.
Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Optional push-up, only if you like. To down dog. Find your breath. Take a moment. Add a little tip of the pelvis. Reach your sit bones high. So if you're like, I'm not even sure what you mean by that. You're going to lift your sit bones as high as you can to the sky. That's going to naturally tip your pelvis. And you're going to feel this intensity build in that stretch down the backs of the legs. If you wish, kind of hollow and a pelvic tilt. And then exhale, lift those sit bones. Inhale, little hollow through the tummy. And then exhale, almost a little arch at the back, lifting those sit bones. And then you'll feel it. Holding it there, lifting those sit bones high. We shift our weight to our left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhale and sweep that right foot through. Back heel to the mat, stand tall to warrior one. Squaring the pelvis, chest and shoulders to the front. Arms, shoulders soft. Breathe. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And then exhale, sink. Crossing that left hand to the outside of the right knee, we rotate our body and extend right arm out to shoulder height. Now, as we're pulling on that right knee, we're actively resisting with that right hip. Breathe. Keeping that warrior one, foundational pose, just adding that rotation. Inhale, reach that right arm to the sky, left arm to the sky, and then as you exhale, open to warrior two. Hips, chest, and shoulders open to the side. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And then exhale, sink. Again, inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. Circle that left arm around behind your back. Forearm along the small of the back, finding that right thigh if you're able. Otherwise, just tuck your arm as tightly against your back as you can. Back of the right arm along the inside of the right calf. Turn and take your gaze up over that left shoulder. And breathe. Finding that breath, slowing it down. We release that left hand, circling it up and over in a diagonal line. Reach as far as you can reach. Feels good to you, look up and find the base of your thumb. Not great on your neck, take care of the neck, however you need to. And we rise all the way back up to warrior two. Straightening that front leg, back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky, sweep it up and back. Reverse triangle, lengthening and reaching through those right fingertips, left hand sliding down that back leg. And inhale it back up. Windmilling that left arm up and over. We place that left hand to the inside of the right foot, rotating the body and extending. Right arm to the sky. If you need to adjust your feet, adjust your feet. We really work to rotate, turning that upper body, working to stack the shoulders, the arms. As you exhale, release that right hand down. Hand on either side of your foot, front knee bends, back heel comes off the mat for a runner's lunge. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, square the pelvis, flex that right foot, and draw your nose towards that right knee. Hello, hamstring and calf. Inhale back to that runner's lunge. Exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, square the pelvis, nose towards your knee. Inhale back to your runner's lunge. Exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, square the pelvis, nose towards your knee. Inhale it back to that runner's lunge. Let's bring both hands to the inside of your foot. We're going to heel toe that foot out twice. Toes are turned open. Bringing that back knee to the mat, untuck your toes, and just let your hips be heavy. So that little external rotation through the hip joint, the knee, the toes. How does that feel through the groin? If you like, come down onto your left forearm and extend right arm to the sky, reach it up. And breathe.
As you exhale, release that right hand back down, coming back up to that left palm. And breathe. Let's heel toe that foot out one more time. Now the toes are off the mat. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, and pull that left foot in across from the right. Frog pose. Center those hands underneath you. Support however you need. Nice flat back. If it feels right to you, the body says, yep, I'm ready. Go ahead and release down to garland or yogi squat. As we lift the chest and lower the bum, deeper stretch. Take care of yourself. Noticing where your weight is, making sure that you're not too far in to the arch of the foot and the big toe side of your foot. Press through the outer edge and the pinky toe side of your foot. Releasing that right hand to the inside of your right foot. Left arm extends to the sky. Look up, kind of lean into that right side a little bit. Circling that left arm around behind your back. Right arm in front of that leg. And can you find your fingertips? Lock them if you can find them. Still looking up over that left shoulder. Gently releasing, coming back to your garland. And that left hand to the inside of your left foot. Right arm extends to the sky. Reach it up. High as you can reach. A little lean to the left. If the body feels ready for it, circle that right arm around behind your back, left arm in front of that left leg. Can you find your fingertips? Lock them if you can find them. And keep that gaze up over that right shoulder. It's all about listening to your body, guys. Being kind, finding those places of challenge that are right for us. Every day, they're not always right, and it's okay. We release that bind, coming back to your garland. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. Lift, because those legs are like, hey, this is tiring. Yes, indeed it is. Interlace your fingers, press your palms to the sky, and exhale, arch it back. That feels so good through the hips to stand nice and tall. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Release those hands. Lower that left arm. Cross the right forearm across the crown of the head, and gently pull to the right. Relaxing the weight of the head, the weight of the arm. Inhale, release, right arm extends to the sky and we switch. Left arm comes up, right arm comes down. We cross the front of the head and gently pull to the left. And just relax the weight of your hand against the side of your face. And just that gentle pull. Nice long stretch to the right side of the neck. Inhale, extend left arm and lift the right. Pull the hands to heart center and heel toe those feet in to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, up to monkey half lift. Exhale, down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Again, that optional push-up, only if you want to down dog. And just take a second and let's sway those hips side to side. That feels so good. Just getting that little lateral stretch. Nice little stretch to the outer hip, down the IT band, loosening up through that lower back. Down the backs of the legs. Coming back to center. We shift our weight to our right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back heel to the mat, stand tall to warrior one. Squaring the pelvis to the front. Back heel pressing into the earth. Arms overhead, shoulders soft. Breathe. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit, square the pelvis, and then exhale, sink. Once more, inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink. We cross that right hand to the outside of the left knee. We rotate to the left and extend left arm out to shoulder height. Spread your fingers wide. We're going to use that right hand to gently pull to deepen the rotation, but maintaining that left knee in front of the left hip. Breathe. Inhale, we turn back to face front, left arm overhead, right arm overhead. And as you exhale, open to warrior two, hips, chest, and shoulders open to the side, gazing out over your front middle finger. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little, and exhale, sink. Again, inhale, straighten, and exhale, sink. Circle that right arm around behind your back, forearm along the small of the back. If you can find that left thigh, hold on to it. Back of the left arm along the inside of that left calf. We turn and take our gaze up over that right shoulder. Find your breath. Slow it down. We release that right hand, circling it up and over, reaching out to find that diagonal line. Long line from fingertip to the outside edge of that foot. And if it feels right to your neck, look up and find the base of that right thumb. Breathe. And inhale, we rise all the way back up to warrior two. Straightening that front leg, back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky, sweep it up and back. Reverse triangle. Lengthening and reaching through those left fingertips, that beautiful stretch all through the ribs and the waist. And inhale it back up, windmilling that right arm up and over. Placing that right hand to the inside of that left foot. Again, if you need to adjust your feet, adjust them. Rotate your body and extend left arm to the sky. Reach it up. How far can you rotate? How high can you reach? How about your gaze? Taking care of that neck. Look wherever you need to look. As you exhale, release that left hand down, one hand on either side of your foot. Front knee bends, back heel comes off the mat. Core is strong, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, back heel down, front toes lift, square the pelvis, and then draw your nose towards your knee. So that key element is that squaring of the pelvis. Inhale, bending that left knee once again to runner's lunge. As you exhale, lift your hips, straighten that front leg, square the pelvis, nose towards your knee. One more time, inhale it back to that runner's lunge. And exhale, lift the hips. Back heel down, front toes lift, square the pelvis, and nose towards your knee. And inhale it back to your runner's lunge. Let's bring both hands to the inside of your foot. And we're going to heel toe that foot out twice, so not quite off your mat. And then bring that back knee to the mat. Just let your upper body be heavy. Breathe. Really feeling that nice stretch through the front of that right leg, into the groin on that left side, hip on that left side. If it feels right to you, come down onto your right forearm, turn and extend. Left arm to the sky. Reach it up. Lifting out of that right shoulder so we're not sinking in. And just breathe. Shaky is always good, you guys. So whatever pose you're in and all of a sudden you start getting shaky, it's okay. That just means you're working hard. As you exhale, release that left hand down. We come back up to both palms. And now let's heel toe that foot out one more time. Toes are just barely off the mat. Heel remains on the mat. We center our hands, tucking the back toes. Lift that back knee and let's draw that right foot in across from the left. Again, to our frog pose. Or if your body says, yeah, to garland. Breathe. Lifting the chest. Drawing those shoulders back. Nice and tall through the spine. And let's just rock it side to side. So regardless of if you're in garland, yogi squat, or if you are in frog pose. Just kind of, so if you're in frog pose, just kind of sway those hips side to side, still keeping that nice flat back. If you're in garland or yogi squat, yeah, just side to side. Breathe, no right or wrong here. Making sure as long as there's no pain, coming back to center. Breathe. Releasing your hands and slowly extend those legs. Let your head be heavy. Bringing the hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Roll those shoulders up and back and then lift your hands towards the sky. Little tuck of your chin up towards your chest.
Feeling a great stretch down the backs of the legs and into the shoulders. Slowly bringing the hands to the small of the back. Gently slide your hands down the backs of the legs to take a hold of the ankles and use the strength of the arms to pull that upper body towards the space between your legs. A little tuck of your chin up towards your chest. And relax the upper body. Let your arms be heavy, head heavy. And just ever so slowly, roll it up, ragdoll on your way, all the way up. And a big shoulder roll at the top. Shoulders slide down and away. Do that again, one more time. Big shoulder roll. We pull the hands to heart center, heel toe those feet back in to mountain, and we find a focal point out in front of us. We're going to shift our weight to our left foot. Soft bend in that left knee. Right leg's going to cross up and over the left. Big toe just barely touching to the ground along the outside edge of that left foot. Or if you like, wrap that right foot around the back of that left calf. If it doesn't quite wrap, just tuck it as tightly against your shin as you're able. You can stay right here with the hands at heart center, or open those arms out to a field goal. 90-degree bends with those elbows, and we're going to cross that right elbow underneath the left, wrapping at the crook of the elbows and bringing the palms to touch. If you like, begin to lift your fingertips towards the sky, and then slowly pulling your hands away from your face. Eagle pose. We once again pull those hands back in, lowering the elbows back down, releasing through the legs to stand tall. And as you exhale, arch it back. A little or a lot. Inhaling it back up nice and tall. Big circle of those arms up and overhead. 3 cactus arms. Spread your fingers wide. Exhale, pull. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. One more time. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. And pull the hands to heart center. We shift our weight to our right foot. A soft bend in that right knee. Crossing that left leg up and over the right. Big toe just barely touching along the outside edge of your foot. If you like, wrap that left foot around behind that right calf. Doesn't quite wrap, just tuck it against your shin. Staying right here with those hands at heart center, or opening those arms once again to 90 degrees, that field goal. Left arm underneath the right, wrapping at the crook of the elbows, bringing your palms to touch. Feels right to you, start to lift your fingertips towards the sky, and then gently pull your hands out and away from your face. Just feeling that space between those shoulder blades. We pull those hands back towards the face, slowly lowering the elbows, releasing through the legs to stand tall, and exhale, arch it back. A little or a lot. And inhale it back up. Release those arms, big circle the arms up and overhead. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale, wrap your arms around the backs of your legs, lining your forearms up with your calves, fingertips pointing towards the earth. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest. Use the strength of the arms to pull the upper body towards your legs. And then a slow, steady shift of your weight forward into your toes. Oh, that deep stretch. Hamstrings and calves. Centering your weight, releasing your arms. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And press it back to child's pose. Sit bones back towards your heels. Fingertips extend out towards the top of your mat. And just breathe. And we lift the forehead, pulling those hands back underneath us. We're going to stack our hands or stacking fists, whatever feels the best to you. And just relax the forehead against the hands, whether it be fists or flat hands. And just notice the difference in that child's pose. Inhale, lift just slightly. Bring one hand back by your foot and then the other, forehead to the mat, and relax the arms. So sometimes we get caught up in the same all the time. So we always do the same child's pose. Sometimes it's great to mix it up. We don't even realize what we're missing out on. And if you're like this, I can do without, at least you know that now. Turn your palms towards the ground, big circle of those arms up and overhead. Let's come up to a kneeling position. And then exhale, hands to heart center as you lower your bottom down towards your heels. Inhale, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, turn to the right, reach back, tap your leg or your foot. Inhale, come up nice and tall. And exhale, sit it back to thunderbolt, hands to heart center. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we rotate to the left fingertips tap back of the leg or the heel, and inhale it back up. Exhale and sit to thunderbolt. One more time each side. You don't love the sitting back to the heels in that thunderbolt pose? You don't have to. Just come back to center and bring the hands to heart center. So we're either sitting or not. And rise. Last one to the left. And inhale it up nice and tall. Exhale and release, sitting to thunderbolt. You don't love thunderbolt, come down onto your bottom. We'll meet you there in just a second. And breathe, shoulders are rolled back. Just feeling that nice stretch through the quads and through the knees. Now, if you need the support of the hands, use them. If you don't need that, come to one side and sit and sweep your feet around. Let's go ahead and slide on down to the center of the mat, and we're going to take our feet off to the right. So this is going to be a little different sensation. We're going to really work to manage the legs. So this is going to be a lot of work for the core. Hands are going to be at heart center. We're going to shift our weight to that left hip. We're going to lift our feet and we're going to come to boat pose. And then we're going to shift it to the left and try not to touch those feet until you purposefully set them down. Shift your weight to that right hip. Around to boat. Sweep it to the right. And set. Shift your weight to that left hip, sweep it back to boat, and then to the left, and set. Good job. And then sweep to the right, back through center, all those legs to the right, and set. We've got one more. Inhale to boat, sweep it around, and then last one, let's get it back to boat. Breathe. So if you need to adjust. It's amazing how that kind of makes you turn a little bit wonky on your mat. We bring the knees to touch. If you don't need support, bring those arms out to shoulder height. We lift. Feels good to you? Open those arms. If you like, lift the arms. And breathe. Again, shaky is always good. Find your breath. Arms back open out to a T. We bring the soles of the feet together, knees open, and we gently set the outside edge of your feet down. Hands to the ankles, pull those knees or those feet in nice and tight, and sit up tall. Interlace your fingers and slide those hands underneath your feet. Knees are gently pressing down towards the earth as your chest is lifted tall. As you exhale, begin to hinge forward, hinging from the hips rather than the waist, so that nice long spine, gazing forward, just beyond your toes, and breathe. We lengthen through the crown of the head and slowly rise. Releasing your hands. Let's turn and extend those legs out long. Flex your feet. Reach to the sky. And exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward. tummy down, chest down, hands, and then let your nose come towards your knee. And breathe. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Lowering the arms to shoulder height, and ever so slowly, one vertebra at a time, we lower down. Hands down by your sides. Pull one foot in by your bottom, and then the other. We cross that right foot up and over that left knee for a figure four. Pulling the knees in, reaching your right hand through that little window, interlace your fingers behind that left thigh, and then pull those knees in. Drawing those shoulder blades down against the earth. Close your eyes and just focus on that stretch for that right hip. If it feels right to you, you can extend that left leg and flex your foot for a little bit more of a hamstring and calf stretch down the back of that left leg. If you really want to just focus on that right hip, keep the knee bent. And gently bend that left knee. Releasing your hands, placing that left foot to the mat, crossing that right leg all the way up and over the left. Right arm extends out to a T, left hand to the top of the right knee, and gently guide your knees to the left. As we turn and look out over that right arm, that feels amazing. Feels good to you, lift that left foot and slide it up and over onto the right. Breathe. Just kind of helps to anchor the legs, gives me a little deeper stretch. But if it's not right for you, it's okay. Do what's right. Releasing that left hand, slowly we roll it back to center, placing that right foot to the mat, up by your bottom, left foot crosses just above that right knee, pulling the knees in, reaching through that little window with your left hand, interlacing your fingers behind your right thigh, and just gently pull those knees in, drawing those shoulder blades down. Pretty nice stretch for that left hip and glutes. Make sure you're not going too intense. Extending that right leg and flex your foot. Lighten your breath. Quieting it down. Again, if you just really want to focus on that left hip, keep that right knee bent. No worries. We bend that right knee. Gently release the hands. Right foot comes to the mat, left leg crosses all the way over. Left arm extends out to a T, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently guide your knees to the right. As you turn and look out over that left arm. So we can keep the feet just as they are, or if you like, lift that right foot and just gently slide it up and over that left foot. Sometimes with those legs crossed, it's hard to tell which is right and which is left. So just take care of you. And then just let gravity do all the work. Weight of that right hand is just heavy against the outside of the knee. So letting go of any tension, any tightness, any stiffness in the back. You might get some pops or cracks. All good as long as there's no pain. Just your body self-adjusting. Releasing that right hand, slowly we roll it back to center. Pulling that left knee in towards your chest, and then the right. Interlacing your fingers and letting those arms be heavy. Let your shoulders be heavy. And we're going to turn and take our gaze out over that right shoulder and then just relax the weight of your head. Close your eyes and find those big deep breaths. We come back through center. And then looking out over that left shoulder and just relax the weight of your head. Once again, bringing your gaze back to center, releasing your hands, placing your right foot to the mat and then the left, allowing the knees to open and the soles of the feet to come together. Reclined butterfly. Hands can rest on your hips, down by your sides, on your tummy, overhead, whatever feels good to you.
Feet can be out and away from you as far as they need to be or as close as you wish them to be. And you are certainly more than welcome to stay here for Shavasana, or stay here as long as feels right to you, and then make the adjustments you need to make to find a comfortable place. A place where your breath can just flow. Your body can just be. And we can just breathe. So wherever that space is for you, take a moment and find it. And then give yourself permission to just be. An appreciation and a gratitude to the mind and the body for taking us on this journey today. And recognizing that it is a journey, an ever-changing journey. One that we bring with us, however we're feeling, physically, mentally, emotionally. So don't judge, don't criticize. Just celebrate the day, celebrate your practice. Because wherever we are today is exactly where we're supposed to be. That doesn't mean we have to stay there. But it means here, right where we are. Staying present in the moment, feeling all the feels of the now. Learning, exploring, laughing, crying, silence or talking. As we learn to take care of ourselves inside and out, our journey only gets better. Never be afraid to adapt, to change, to ask for help. For having moments of weakness or strength. Be exactly who you are in this minute of this day. Allow your heart to open and to be present. To ask for what you need. And willing to help others in their time of need. Take a moment. I want you to think of one person in your life that could use a little extra love. And as you see this person, I want you to see smile. I want you to see joy. Because ultimately we're working for the end game here. So if this person may be having a time of sadness or a time of need or challenges, whatever it is, end game is we want to smile on that individual's face. And then take a moment and send that person some love, some loving energy. I promise they'll feel it. They'll get it. And slowly let the hands come to rest against the earth. If the legs aren't already, extend those legs out long. Reach your fingertips overhead. Lengthen and extend in that long pencil stretch. Drawing one knee in towards your chest and then the other hand circle around, drawing the hands to the shins and just a gentle. A little rock side to side. Coming back to center, transfer those hands behind the thighs and either roll to the side or rock yourself up. And we turn, coming to easy pose. Sitting up nice and tall. Resting your hands comfortably. Feel the length in the spine, the ease of the breath. Roll those shoulders up and back. Turn your palms to the sky. Drape the wrists over the knees. Index finger and thumb are welcome to come to touch, or just find a comfortable hand position. Slow your breath. Stay connected to it. Gently open those eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. And exhale. Pull the hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Take care of yourself. Be well. And until the next time, namaste.